FortDefender, and welcome back to yet another Pokemon video. Today we got something super special. Today we are going over my decks, and they're in these Elite Trainer boxes. And this was requested by Steel Pat. I know you wanted to see this, so we're gonna go over my decks. So first off, we have my standard decks. Or at least they were before rotation of the new year, I think. I haven't played, like, competitive in a while, so they were standard last time I played. I'll leave it at that. So, first we'll go over this deck. I really like this deck. Yeah, so we'll go over it first. And this one is not 100% complete, to be honest. So this is my Grass and Steel deck. And this is a Sword and Shield deck, so I'll turn it around and go over it. So first off, we have Altaria. Like I said, this deck is not 100% complete, so I still need Swablu to put in here. But I really like its Miraculous Charm, which prevents damage from V and GX Pokemon. Very helpful. We have this Caparaja V card that we pulled not too long ago. That's really helpful. This Scissor card, like I said, I want to put it in there just because of the ridiculous amount of damage you can do if you play the cards right, which will usually happen because I have like Quick Balls and other, well, Quick Ball probably wouldn't work for, it would probably get me the Scyther, but not the Scissor, but I have other types of Pokeballs in here that could get it for me, so it would usually do 120 when I go to play it. Thwackey, that's in here for the Rillaboom Evolution. Kabu, because I have a lot of drawing cards, so I really like to shuffle your hand into your deck, because that way if I'm just stalling and stocking energy up and waiting to attack, that way I don't lose the game by running out of cards in my deck. I just shuffle everything back in, because Zacian really helps me draw out the deck and get what I need. Then I just put what I don't need back into the deck with Kabu. Stunfisk is there to stall so I can set up my other guys. Kind of a stall Pokemon. Sometimes it does damage though. It's got a pretty good attack with Damage Rush. But most of the time it's to stall the opponent with energy loss. And then also I have Koga's Trap to help with that too. The berry's just pretty much there for healing, so I don't have to like play other cards. It's just there. Pokemon Center Lady, of course, fantastic card. This is another one, Team Yell Grunt. It's pretty much, it goes hand in hand with the Stunfisk to slow down the opponent, Twin Energy to speed up my attacks. Great Ball and Sonia and Skyla. The Skyla is pretty much just to find the Sonia, so that works. Eldegoss, that's a new one. I haven't really used it that much, but it seems like it works pretty well with allowing me to put a supporter from my discard into my hand and then shuffle it into my deck if I need to. There's Scyther. The Meowth with the Evolution Roar and the Berserker does a lot of damage, so I find it really helpful in this deck. The Air Balloon is because a lot of these Pokemon have high retreat costs, or 2, so that helps me get out pretty quickly when I need to. Another Stunfisk for stalling. Then a Galarian Stunfisk V, because this card is insane, because most of my deck is Steel Energy, so I can do a lot of damage with it and stall out. Usually the opponent gets knocked out before I do. Turffield Stadium, it's kind of a situational card. Depends what strat I'm going for. If I'm really going for a Rillaboom strat, like if I have all the cards already, that's usually what I'll go for. Like if I have Grookey and Shaman. Buzzwole is just insane if it's a situational mon, with it allowing it to do 60 damage, heal 30, and do 20 more for your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card you have taken. I find that insane. Also Leafeon for getting that healing off. It's really, really nice. Pretty much there as a bench warmer that heals all my Pokemon. I have a bunch of Grass Energy, so Gardenia is really, really good. Then, like I said, there's Shaman, and this is a completely different strat, where I pretty much go for Rillaboom and Shaman and just get a ton of energies. Another Sonia, Hop, Scissor V. I never got the... I think there is a VMAX card, but this works really well, and I like the art. Struggle Loves, hang on, deck's falling. These are pretty much because all of my Pokemon are weak to fire, So if I ever come across a fire type deck, this can help me with all my Pokemon pretty much. Another energy. Rare Candy for speeding up the process from getting to Grookey to Rillaboom when I need to. This card is just a great situational bench protector, you know, and it can deal huge damage with just one energy if you get knocked out. So it's really nice to just come in there, and then the 200 damage is awesome. And then Marini, again, for shuffling the hand into the deck just to save it if I need to. And then a Rillaboom with the Voltage Beat, which is insane. So now we will move on to the next deck. Okay, now with that deck out of the way, we'll go for my Psychic deck. Now this one I haven't really used as much, but I think it's pretty decent. Go Hydrating Coin there. Yeah, I have the Necrozma sleeves on it, which I really like. And I'll just break it up into 2 parts, that way I can hold on to it. So we have the Clefable. This is a card I pulled not that long ago, and I really like using it. With the Clefairy. Sorry, did I say Cleffa? I think I said Clefable and Clefairy. They're really cool arts, I like them. Pokekid is really helpful for getting Pokemon, as like the name shows. Umbreon and Darkrai, because why not? Hatena, you'll see why in a little bit. The Skateboard is really good, and I like that one a lot. The Obstagoon looks so cool, and I don't know, I think it just works really well, because I have the whole line. It just works well in this deck. Morty is really helpful too, and I mean, it's kind of a situational one again, but it does its job in situations. Sigilyph is really there to, I don't know, stand as a staller. It's pretty much what it does. Yeah, that's pretty much what it does, because then the opponent takes damage for hitting it. So if they're just doing chip damage, it will do a lot back, which is nice. And this is a good card too for this deck, finding the dark type Pokemon like this that I need. This card art is just sick. So I love it in this deck. The Shedinja card is in here too for reducing the price card with all my big tag team cards. Alolan Muck is really good for getting rid of tool cards when it evolves. And it's pretty decent with the 80 damage and poison, I have to say. Then we have Hop. Mimikyu, just so your opponent can't heal, which is actually pretty nice. So it's pretty much just like a bench warmer supporter, but it can do damage if it needs to. Rotom Bike is also pretty good. Nincada for the Shedinja. Green's Exploration, I mean, it's not as good, but it's pretty much only if my Pokemon aren't really fully evolved. And then we have Hatena and Hatrim. I just think that 100 damage with healing 30 is pretty decent. And the attacking Pokemon being confused. It's pretty good for supporting. Then we have the Lure Ball, which is good for all those evolutions. And yeah, so moving on to the second part of the deck. We got Sandagast and Kahili. I just find this card so good when you can get a lot of heads. But either way, it's a pretty decent card. Yeah, the Dark City helps a lot for dark types. Pokekid, again, finding Pokemon. Boss's Orders, really good for switching your opponent's guys around. Blaine's Quiz Show is also pretty good because nobody can ever really guess it, so you usually get to draw cards. I really like Scrafty because with Piers it does a lot of damage, which I do have in this deck. Then we got Bead, which allows us to attach a basic energy card from our hand, so we can pretty much get like 2 energy cards per turn with that thing. Curse Shovel, again, it goes with Sandagast, and you'll see with Palos Hand, I might actually be able to discard opponents' cards off their deck, which would be really good if I could ever get it to work, but it never really has. Yveltal GX, or Yveltal, it's pretty awesome, especially with the exactly 4 damage on it, knocking it out completely. I used to have a Muscle Band. I don't think that's a legal card anymore for standard. Like I said, this was standard a while ago, so. But with that, I could get 40 damage in 1 turn and make sure that they were knocked out on the next turn if I needed to. So that's pretty much that deck. Yeah, I'll move on to the next one now. Okay, so this last one here, this is my best standard deck, and that's pretty much why I saved it for last. As you can already see, holographic energy, Garchomp coin, telling you something there. So we got the Prosmo sleeves on it, holographic. So we got a fighting energy and electric. You think it'd be a fighting deck? No, it's a fighting psychic electric. So we got Fisherman for our energies because we deem those. There's a lot of GX in here, so Cherish Ball, of course. Big Charm helps a lot for those heavy hitters. Rainbow Energy, because sometimes I need it to be a specific type. Electromagnetic Raider. I'll show you why that's so important to this deck, but it's a crucial card. Volkner for getting those electric energy and item cards. Buzzwole because it's a decent, just standalone Pokemon. Muna. Then this is the key to the deck, is Zeraora. So I use the Electromagnetic Raider to find Zeraora, and I just use the electric energies to help Pokemon switch around for free. So pretty much he just sits on the bench and helps other Pokemon switch around, but I can get them usually pretty quickly. Then I have Goodbite and Gibble. Along the Muck, and Muck is just an insane card. It just helps so much with the poison, it's ridiculous. Wide Guard is also pretty helpful in situations. And then Cynthia, of course. That card is really good. Moving on, we have a Lady for getting those energy. I really like Musharna. It's so good when you can get Good Luck. Lunala, Prism card, of course. It's not used as much for me because it takes so much energy and so much psychic energy, but it does a lot of damage when used properly. Mimikyu and Gengar, again, just kind of there as a support if I need it, kind of a backup card, but it's not used as much. Heracross is super situational, but if your opponent uses a GX attack, you can shuffle their Pokemon. So pretty much if they took down one of your big Pokemon, you could just bring this in, shuffle them away, and that would hurt them a lot. And then Kahili, because I think that card is fantastic. And then this is the star of my deck. I know it's a promo card, but I just love the art on it. It's so cool. Like, I mean, the Giratina coming from the Distortion Mold, and then the Garchomp. That's just an insane art. And the card, every attack is so good. Doing 40 damage, being able to do, like, 240, no, wait. Yeah, 240. Sorry. It took me a second there. Yeah, like 240. And it pairs perfectly with this attack, the linear attack, and then the GG end. It's so good. Then we have Horror Energy, because why not? Hustle Band for when our Pokemon are really damaged. Really helpful with the ones with a lot of HP at times. Like, if they get damaged, they can do big damage. I don't know, Alcremie is just kind of their card. Corsola, again, just kind of there for now. Lady, for basic energy. Volkner, Tate and Lisa, situational. So Melkury, just kind of, I don't know. Melkury and Alcremie just kind of are support cards. Pokemon Center Lady for healing. Corsola, this is kind of a final gambit of just putting it in and hoping the opponent knocks it out, and then hopefully knocking out one of their big Pokemon with that. Machamp and Marshadow, I really, really like this card. I don't get to use it as much as I would like, but it's a really, really good card in this deck. I mean, I don't really use it as much, but it's good. Sanacondra V is a pretty decent card, I have to say. I really like this Mewtwo card a lot with its ability. It's awesome. I don't really use Dawn Wings Necrozma as much, but it's there and if I need it. You know, Cherish Ball, because you see the amount of Jaxes in this deck. And Sabrina's Suggestion, kind of a situational card. Doesn't really usually work all the time. I'll save this one for last. So a Quick Ball and then Garchomp with its ability plus its attack is really insane. Here, let me see. There we go. It's really insane. It barely takes any energy. And this guy is there to use Knockout Receiver and be a staller pretty much and have your opponents not take prize cards. So for the last deck, I bring in this one here. Yeah, let me get it out. Okay. So this This is my, like, expanded deck. And I don't know if it's really that good anymore, but I have my Mega Ray coin there. And I use my Ho-Oh sleeves from Shining Legends. But I don't know if it's that good anymore, technically. But it just has a lot of stuff. Rough Seas is really good for healing. Unit energy. And this is why I have the deck. It's that Mega Rayquaza EX card is my favorite card of all time. And it's a full art. It's just awesome. And then we have Rayquaza full art EX. Spirit Link, of course. I gotta put in there. Pokemon Center Ladies, you can see this is old arts. Lysander, pretty much like Boss's Order. Pokemon Breeder, just for getting cards. Shiny Gyarados EX, I love it. Lone Vulpix, there to evolve. Ninetales GX full art, so cool. Then we have Tapu Koko V card, GX card, not V. It's also full art and really, really cool. Episoda, Professor Lighter, pretty basic cards to help me get energy and evolve. Mega Venusaur, of course, looks so cool. Pokemon Center Lady, full art, Brock's Grit. Doesn't do much in this deck, but it's really cool looking. Kyogre EX. Don't have Primal Kyogre though. 2 basic Pokemon. More damage against EX and GX. Type Null. You'll see why. There to evolve Savali GX. My first pull of Crimson Invasion. And then we have... Wait, do I have 2 Mega Venusaurs in this deck? Hang on, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I do. I guess it's kind of situational, but... Okay, that makes sense. I don't know why I didn't remember that I put 2 in there. I haven't used this deck in a little bit. Muscle Band. Venusaur full art promo. Looks so cool. Had to put it in there. Professor Letter. Shiny Genesect. I have 2, so it's not in my shiny collection. It's in the deck. Professor Letter. Pinsir GX. He's just there. He's chilling. He's helpful. Another full art Tapu Koko. Just love that card. Tapu Koko V, because why not? Toxicity V. Dreadnought V. Virizion. Magikarp. Gyarados GX. Rainbow Rare Tauros GX. Fighting Fury Belt. This really cool Articuno Hollow Reverse card. So cool. And with the A+ ability, it's really nice. And then Arceus Prism card. And so as you can see, this is just pretty much a deck of good cards. And it works at times, but honestly it's not as strong as some of my other decks. It's just pretty much there for fun. That's pretty much what it does. It's a fun deck. But yeah, those are my decks. So there you go, Steel Pat. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, guys. And if you did, I really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.